Okay, we're doing Siman Lamed Bet, Halach Chavav 26.
Где Рабаджон?
А?
Где Рабаджон?
Сейчас.
Позвони.
Okay. עם האותיות שהשם דבוקות יכול להפרידם. If God's name is connected, he says, you're allowed to erase to make separate. Meaning, what's the chidush here? Because we know we're not allowed to erase God's name, right? He said, but if you have just to make separation, you're allowed to. But to erase half a letter that is made out of two letters, for example, that you're not allowed. So to change letters in God's name, you cannot. But to erase, to make a separation between two letters in God's name, you're allowed to. That's what it says here. אם נדבקו אותיות של השם, right, זו לזו, בין בשעת הכתיבה, בין לאחר מכן, אבל פי שעשו למחוק שם השם, מכמה כמותה להפריד האותיות. To separate letters you're allowed, שהרי אין כמות האלה לתקן. His כוונה is to fix. מהיינו, כשלא נשתנה צורת האותיות מחמד כן. It's when you're erasing the image, the tzura of the otiyot does not change. שאין צריך לגרור כל האות לכותב מחדש. You're not erasing the whole letter and then putting a new letter. You're just erasing a little bit so it makes separation. אבל נשתנה צורת האותיות מחמד כן, פעמים שעשו להפרידם. You're not allowed to erase God's name. Okay. אותיות ותיבות שנחוגו קצת עם רשמה ניכר כל כך, מכירם שאף על פי שאנחנו קצאים ראשון ניכר כל כך שהתינוק לא חכים ולא טיפש שיכול לקראתם מותר להעביר קולמוס עליהן לאתר הכתב ולחדש ולחדשו ולא הווה שלא כסדרם. If you have a tefillin in Bukhara, for example, you have old tefillins. Problem is you can't make new tefillins. Where are you going to get it from? You have to go to Israel, travel to Afghanistan, to Shambere to bring in tefillin. Now you open the tefillin and the letters are not black, but brown. Change color, meaning it's erased also, it's already, but the mark of the letter is still there. You see, it's there, the letters are there, like this here. You see? Now, oh, exactly, that's his question. Can I go over it? So he says like this, if you take a child, right, and he looks at the letter and says what the letters are, he could read the letters, the child could do that, it says, he recognizes the letters, then you're allowed to go over it, it's not a problem. It's not shlo kisidram, that you're not going in order because the letters are there. You're just making it darker.
It's like if it's faded by the sunburn.
Exactly. The letters fade. That's the word I was looking for. It fades, the letters, right? So the question is, you're allowed to fix or not. So I said if it fades, and a child could recognize the letters, then you're allowed to fix it. You take a deal and you just
allowed
right
to fix
over.
it, but if no possibility to fix it,
Then that's it.
not permissible.
No, that's it. You
cannot
have
do
to
it.
change the parashia then. You keep the boxes, but you
You
change
cannot
the
say bracha
parashia.
on this. It has to be, ink has to run over it.
Of course, right.
Only then you can use it.
Right.
Bukharian не писали, паршиот Бухаре не было такого?
Не, думаю, нет. I don't think so. Как у вас было? Одна тоже была, нет?
Я признаюсь, я не помню. У меня дедушка Рахмат был.
From Israel, right? Right.
I
Okay.
remember that Lubavitch, when he было это, что он всегда послал там тфилин отсюда.
allowed to bring?
They don't allow to, they used to go,
They
there
hide it.
are a lot
No,
of stories.
nothing was permitted there.
Books, tfilin, all this stuff.
Okay. יש להיזהר שלא לכנוס ראש הלמד באוויר הה, או החטא אפילו בלא נגיעה. If you have the letter Hey, right? Like a box. And Lamed has a...
Oh.
So the head of the Lamed is going inside the letter Hey. It's not touching, but it's inside. So he said, Lechalchi, you're not allowed. The Mishabura here says, he said, if that happens, he says, afilu koshu, even minute amount goes inside the other letter, right? You have a lamed here. You have a lamed, see this is a lamed, and this is a taf. So this lamed is going inside another letter. Your lamed inside an aleph. Or chav inside a tet. See? inside of Ain. So you have inside, Lamed inside of Chet. I gave example. Or Hey. Question is if it's allowed or not. So he says, Shulchan Aruch says, it should not be done like this. Does it say it's pasul? No. This is not kosher.
Doesn't
It
change.
just says it should not be done like this. From the language of his writing, it's mashma if it's done. Okay, if it's done already. What are you gonna do?
But the Shula, you don't know how to do that.
Right. אפילו כלשהו, ראש הלמד בשורה שלמעלה ממנה ויועדים בכה פשוטה וקדומה שלא ייכנס בשורה שלמטה בעוד ת' ועין וקדומה באוויר ההם. Let's see, this is בדיעבד או לכתחילה. Here we go. בלא נגיעה, דבנגיעה בלבן פסול. He said if it's touching the other letter, of course it's פסול because you מוכר גביל, right? ומה שמלשון שולחן ערוך שכאלה די שזה דווקא לכתחילה in order to do. אבל לא לעיכובה בדיעבד. He says if it's already done, it's done. But you should not initially do it like that. What is this? Chav Chet. He says something else. He says if a lamb is going into hay, right, and a child reads it properly, it's okay. He doesn't say לכתחילה בדיעבד, down, not, he doesn't say that.
Oh, already.
אם לא פסולה. ואם נכנס ראש אות למד לתוך חלל אות ד' או רש בשור של מעלה, מחמד כן נראה כאות ה' פסול. Oh, beautiful. You heard what he just said? He said you have a dalet like this, right? Not a hey, dalet like this. And you have a lamed here, and the lamed is going like this inside the dalet. So now the dalet looks like a hey,
Hey.
and you have a lamed on the bottom.
Lot of
It's not kosher. This is already pasul. Not even b'diavad it's kosher. Not even even if it's done already, it's not kosher.
Changing.
What?
I
Yeah,
say
it
changing
changed.
from dalet
Is
to
it a
hey.
dalet, lamed, is it a hey? What is it? You can't tell. It's not kosher. שערי אין לראש נשנה צורת האור וצריך למחוק הרש או עדה ולכתוב מחדש בצורה מזאת שירצה לתקם וכסידה אין עתיקו מועיל אלא אם כן נמחק כל מה שכתוב לאחר הרש או עדה. So you have to erase. But he says if you wrote everything already, then you can't erase. What are you going to erase? You have to erase the whole thing. It's not going to look nice. Okay? הלכה למד. אין הוא רשאי לכתוב אלא אם כן יודע לקרוא. Person cannot write tefillin mezuzot or Torah unless he knows how to read. If you don't know how to read, you cannot write. You're an artist. You're an art, right? You know how to write beautifully, but you don't know how to read. You're just copying, copy paste. You cannot do this.
This is the reason that they have the machine right now. They said it's not. They have a problem there, right?
Right?
For reading, writing Sefer Torah.
Yeah, but he says
machine
here.
writes the
They have,
Torah?
they have a robot.
Really?
They have a big question right now. It's be much nicer.
I heard Robert is checking, but
checking.
this Robert is writing.
Exact, writing.
Wow.
They have
I
a
didn't
big
know
question
that.
right now
never heard.
in the halacha. Because it's out now, brand new stuff. If robot can do it, yes or no? If the sofer said that chila lishma and the robot writing it, the rabbi
For
say
sure,
you can do
God
it.
said you have to write it.
I wouldn't buy
You
it.
understand? The,
He wouldn't buy it also.
Made in China.
Yeah, pretty soon they will write China.
Well, I heard this question right now. It's a big question.
But God said you have to write it.
Okay.
Pretty soon they will write in China.
אם אין הפרשות שגרות, okay, we missed one halacha 29. אם אין הפרשות שגרות בפי צריך שכתוב מתוך הכתב. If a person, the parashat is not clear in his mind, he doesn't know it by heart. You have to write through a sefer. You look here and you write. Unless you know it by heart, then you write. And halacha
Inside
lamed,
Megillah.
what?
Megillah you have to write from that, right?
Right. אין הוא רשאי לכתוב אלא אם כן יודע לקרוא, unless he knows how to read, you know how to write. Okay, הלכה למד א', I want to run through it. אם אינו כותב מתוך הכתב, לא יכתוב על פה, שמקריא אותו אחר, אלא אם כן יחזור הוא ויקרא בפיו. He says somebody else is telling him, okay, write, Shema, Shema, Israel, Israel. So he said, whatever he's saying, you have to repeat and then write. כן, אם אינו כותב מתוך הכתב, לא יכתוב על פה, שמקריא אותו אחר, אלא אם כן יחזור הוא ויקרא בפיו. If he's telling you to write and you're writing, it's not good. But if he's telling you and you're repeating and then you're writing, it is good. צריך להניח החלק למעלה כדי גגה של למד. He says on the beginning of the page, when you start writing, they say this is the clef. On the top, you have to leave space, enough space for the Lamed, and because Lamed has a long tail up, right? That's how much space you have to leave. He says up there. שיהיו גם הם מוקפים גביל, so yes, because I said מוקף גביל, surrounded by parchment, מערל, ולמטה קישור כף, and on the bottom you have to read קישור כף, because כף is long, or קוף, ונון פשוטה ובטילתם, וסופה אין צריך להניח כלל. But in the beginning, going this way, you don't have to leave anything, but I mean yes, מוקף גביל, but you don't have, there's no שיעור, even kosher is fine. Miu naglo sofrim le'aniach קצת בתחילה וסוף. He said, but the sofrim, they leave in the beginning and in the end they say להניח בין כל תיבה ותיבה כמלוא עוד, וכן בין השיטין כמלוא שיטה, ובין כל עוד כמלוא חוט השערה, כמו בספר תורה, או כמו שדיבר ביטוי יורדיה, גם צריך להניח מעט חלק בין פסוק לפסוק. Okay. How much shiur you have to leave between two letters? Between two letters, you want to write a word, a four-letter word, right? How much you have to leave space between them? Or between two words, how much space do you need? Or between two sentences, how much space do you need?
You can read that it's a different word.
With your eyes, you can read the word.
Okay, so he's giving you measurements. Let's see what the measurements is again. He said like this. Here we go. וצריך להניח בין כל תיבה ותיבה כמלוא אות. It says between two words, you have to leave space of one letter.
Between two words, one letter.
Right? וכן בין השיטין כמלוא שיטה. Between two lines, you leave space of one line. ובין כל אות כמלוא חוט השערה. Between two letters, you leave space of one hair. Measure with the width of one hair.
That's not
hair? Human hair?
Right? Huh?
They will not be connected.
As long as they're not touching.
Human hair?
Yeah.
Meaning that
They
they
do not
Very
touch
thin, like the size of a hair.
Right.
So
okay.
you can recognize it's a
hair is
different.
understandable. The space between two words, one letter is understandable, but
But letter.
the one which is between the line,
Between two words, space of one letter.
right.
Between two letters, space of one hair, meaning
Right.
it's not touching.
Okay.
Between two sentences, psukim, it doesn't say how much, it just says leave space, that you know the difference.
But when you leave
Between
space
two
between
psukim,
Right.
between two sentences.
talk about line. You talk about. Right?
How much? Let's see,
But
man.
they don't use dots and
You talk about line.
exclamations and
No,
don't use it
of course
there.
not.
But
So if you, how do you know the sentence that is different from the sentence? So only by you will know by the space between the last word and beginning of the next word, right?
You don't have to know.
if
In the Torah, we don't have
Right.
so pasuk.
you
We don't
leave-
have these things.
No, but he was not talking about Sof Pasuk in Arab. He was talking about.
No, he
line.
says uben pasuk le pasuk.
Right?
Yeah.
Read again, Arab.
Yeah.
Please.
גם צריך להניח מעט חלק בין פסוק לפסוק.
So it's
So-
like.
so
You want from the
pasuk
beginning?
and
We're
pasuk
gonna read
start.
from the beginning. Again, look. Here. וצריך להניח בין כל תיבה ותיבה כמלוא אות.
Okay, this understand. Everybody understand.
Okay. וכן בין השיטין כמלוא שיטה.
Okay.
Right? ובין כל אות כמלוא חוט השערה.
Okay.
Right? כמו בספר תורה, כמו שנדבר לקמן. גם צריך להניח מעט חלק בין פסוק לפסוק. Also between two psukim, a little bit space. So the Mishnah Berurah says, why? Why need space for? He said that's why some people don't have this minhag to leave space between two psukim, too much space.
When you leave space size of a oat, but you have oat that is very narrow, you have oat that is very wide.
So when he says letter, he means the smallest letter.
I see.
Let's see if I'm right. קצת היינו קצת יותר מהקפת גביל ויש מקום אחד לצלק. Oh, here we go. He said אות קטנה, yeah, I was right. He said leave a space of אות קטנה, שהוא י' ובדיעבד אין למצוא אלא אם כן נראה כתיבה אחת לתינוק.
Small letter like you,
But Arab,
that's
we
the
don't.
smallest.
In the way our
Leave
space
space
нету. У нас
between.
нету. Как между два псуким у нас нету.
Как?
У нас regular space остается.
Same.
Between?
Псуким не пасук. У нас нету. You can. Простой человек не может говорить the end of pasuk and
Okay,
the
listen.
Правильно получается?
I'm in the class. Can I call you back?
Here we go, let's see. Here we go. צריך להניח בין אות לאות כחוט השערה, ולא יהיו מופרדות הרבה זו מזו. He says two letters cannot be too far from each other, because it looks like two words then. So you just leave space of one here. מכל מקום, אם מניע מעט יותר מחוט השערה, כאשר if you leave a little bit more than the hair size, also okay. כל שאין ביניהם רבע כל כך, שהתיבה נראה לילד קטן שאין חכם אין טיפש כשתיבות. He says, if again, ילד, a child, he sees, he says, these are two words, read by the one word. So if the child doesn't read like two words, it's okay. ולכן חושב הסובר שם ידבקו האותיות זו וזו מחמה שהן קרובות יותר מדי, רשאי לעשות ביניהם רבע מעט יותר מכחוט השערה. ובין תיבה לתיבה, now, between two words, יניח רבע כמו לו אות קטנה. Between two words you leave a space of small letter, which is דהיינו עוד יוד, מאותו הכתב. Meaning, if I write big yud, so you have to have a big yud space in my writing. You write very small yud. So in your writing, that's the measurement. Say every one of us here has some measurement when you're writing. It depends on how you write, not average measurement. So between words, it depends on how every one of us writes a yud. Understand? If in your yud it's 3 centimeters, then you read 3 centimeters space. In your 2, then it's 2, then it's 4, then it's 4. Because you're Sofrim writing for a Sefer Torah, he writes big and thick and nice. So that's the measurement by him. You take the yud, you see how much it is, that's the measurement. Some write skinny letters, that's the measurement by him.
So whatever applied to the tefillin here is also applied to Sefer Torah.
מאותו הכתב אם הניע פחות משוזי, אם ילד קטן if you left small than that, and a קטן could read it, also okay. ומכל מקום אני אפשר לגרום מעל מן התיבה באופן שלא ישתנה צורתה והערכים מאוד, אוקיי. והיה בין תיבה לתיבה רווח, פחות מקשור עוד קטנה עד שאין נראו כתיבה אחת, אלא שבסוף התיבה הראשונה הייתה אחת מאותיות, מנצפח, these are the letters that have the right, it's the safid, mem safid, nun safid. ומאחר מכן ילד קטן קורא שתי תיבות, אי אפשר לגרום מיד מן התיבה באופן שלא ישתנה צורתה והערכים יעשבים לאו נכון להחמיר. He says you did not leave space and it looks like one big letter. So you're gonna have to again raise and make it smaller like usual, like we spoke about already before. צריך להניח בין שורה לשורה כמילו רוחב שורה. ובזמננו נהגו להקל בזה. See, he takes your side also. שלא לעשות רבע בין שורה לשורה כמילו רוחב שורה. He said today, like he said, Mr. also brings down. He said you don't need in between the two psukim too much, even it's less than that, it's also fine. מלכתחילה אין לעשות רבע בין פסוק לפסוק, אלא אף בין הפסוקים יעשה רבע קישור עוד קטנה. Oh, I like this. He says, now it makes sense. He says, how many, what is the measurement between the two psukim?
One letter.
That's what he said. He doesn't say how much. He just says, so frame, leave space between two psukim. How much space? Doesn't say. He says how much space. He says if you have a small yud of your ktav between the two psukim, the measurement of that small yud is also fine.
Ktav poshak.
Right. Some people write yud, big, thick. So that's your measurement. If you take the measurement of yud, that's your yud. His yud is a little bit smaller. His yud is a little more small or bigger. So we take that writing in your Sefer Torah, your Tefillin, Yom Mezuzah, and that's how we do it.
So this
Everybody has their own standard.
Right, but you know how you're writing yud, so you're already
Yeah,
used
but
to it.
I'm not going to be reading it as Palkore will
It's
be.
man who's reading, it's who's writing.
the space between letters and psukim is the same space.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, so very good. So between two words, yud, between two psukim, also yud size. The measurement of yud, whatever the yud is in your writing, that's the measurement you
So
put.
it's a minimum permissible.
No, not minimum.
not
That's
minimum.
the size. Why? Because you don't want to make it too big. You don't want to make the space too big.
Why not?
Because,
You just said.
because in the Torah, we don't make spaces in the Torah.
You said that the distance between two words has to be the size of the letter.
Right.
So if you take a mem and
It's
vav,
too big already.
mem is too big. But
Right.
what does that mean? The size of a letter.
Oh, yud.
The smallest
I said
letter.
yud.
So then it was defined later on that it has to
Yud.
be
It's always yud.
minimum yud.
Yud.
I see.
Okay. Maximum and minimum has to be yud. That's it.
It's very different between us and the Ashkenazim in the Sefer.
Right. No. It's the same. Right.
So yud.
לכן לעשות רבע בין פסול לפסול, אלה אף בין הפסוקים עשה רבע כשיעור עוד קטנה, ויש אומרים שעשה רבע כשיעור שתי אותיות י' בדיעבד אם עשה רבע גדול בין הפסוקים הוא פחות משהו פרשה שהוא שיעור 9 אותיות קשה ואם לא פסול. It says some people they put between two פסוקים 2 יודים.
But you understand that so first of all.
Alright, so I said we'll do one yud. Okay. I don't go into depth because it doesn't apply to us so much today. We're not sofrim, just to learn, to know what's going on in the world out there. Okay, halacha lamed gimel.
Please, you know, next time.
What?
But what about, you say sometimes there's in Torah we see the sentence ends here and then there's a big space
Oh no,
and it
that's something else. It's something else. It's something else. So we're gonna learn that also. Chuta, stuma.
something else.
Yeah,
Moshe
something
Sinai,
else.
so we can do.
That's halacha Moshe Sinai, right? The rabbis from already before tell us where to have the separation.
This is the reason you're taking Sefer Torah from Yemen 2,000 years ago, and today Sefer Torah is the same thing. You're not allowed to add even one dot.
כן, יעשה שורות שוות, שתהיה אחת נכנסת ואחת יוצאת, ופחות מזה שלכתוב ג' אותיות חוץ לשיטה, ואם כתבם לא פסל. He says a person has to make the rows straight. Meaning, you know, one sentence going like this, another sentence going like out of the shura, out of the. So, like in Microsoft, you know, it makes it what's it called, that function? In Microsoft.
No. But here in the Sefer Torah, they're doing already the cards
Lines.
on the lines and
The whole
everything.
Lines. No, you don't understand. It should not go out of the shura.
Right at the Torah.
That's one more is slightly longer.
Sidelines.
So in
I mean, it's supposed to be in the Shura.
right.
So they have to, Sofer really has to know
No, yes, like,
how to space it
yeah,
out.
so what they do, they make lines like this. With a knife, with that razor, they make a line so they know where they're going. So if it goes out a letter or two, he says it's fine. It should not go more than that.
But still, I mean, it's not easy.
Gimel otiyot chutz l'shita v'im katan lo pasal. You should not have 3 otiyot outside that line. If you're writing like this, and you have 3 lines, it doesn't look nice. You should not go more than it says 3 lines. If you did, it's not kosher, it's not mihudar, it doesn't look nice, but you should not go outside. Okay.
Are you allowed, let's say you see that you going over.
If you already did it,
are you
what are you
allowed to
gonna do?
write those letters smaller?
Small, no, it's not gonna look nice. It's not gonna look nice.
Trying to do a nice job.
Let's see what he says, how many letters he allows. See? Lamed.
Has to be a real artist. You know,
Yeah.
to know the symmetry, each letter.
תהיה שורה אחת נכנסת ואחת יוצאת, ואין יוצא אלא באות אחת בלבד. He says not even one letter should go out. That's why it should be straight. It should be nice. Okay? Okay. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, no, they have a metal one too. It's much
Lamed
harder
Dalet
to
tomorrow.
write. Как называется вот это metal? Не это полнос, еще есть
Ruler?
Ruler. Это намного тяжелее. This is supposed to be your real. This Sefer Torah costing $60,000-$70,000.
Every Sefer Torah, each line has the same number of letters.
No, sometimes you have space, sometimes letter are
They are longer. Maybe.
longer, shorter words. But mostly, yeah.
But the pasuk, the same line here as in the other Sefer Torah, or in one Sefer Torah you
No,
have
we're
10
talking about
words.
tefillin here right now. Sefer Torah, the same thing, yeah. It depends on how you're writing. If you write small letters, you could make more letters in the line. If you write big letters, you have less letters in the line.
So one Sefer Torah you may have 50.
Right, but he means here.
40.
If you write, you see this, you have this line here,
Right.
right? You write like this here. Then you went over here. That's the problem. You don't go out of this line.
No, he doesn't.
If you write like between here, these 2 lines, you're writing here. Don't go here.
But let's say you don't go out. So you fit everything on your line.
It's fine.
The
As long as you have the
other Sefer
measurements.
Torah, the
Yeah.
other Sofer, another Sefer Torah. This line is the same as his line.
No, it's not. No, it's different. It's different.
may have more words in the
No, he's
same
asking all the Sefer
I know,
Torah.
then I
No, it's
understood.
not. I understand. Yeah. No, it's not the same. No. Everyone is different. We can have perfect. No. You don't have to have the same. You don't have to have the same. Okay.
חזק וברוך.
Sahash.